Hello, welcome. My name is Karina and I'm here to offer you a yoga sequence today, a yoga flow, something that you can just find some solace on your mat today. Right now we're kind of in some weird times with the coronavirus going around, and either you're having to work from home or your kids are home for school. I haven't been teaching for a couple of days because the gyms are closed, the yoga studios are closed, so I'm here to offer my services for you, offer a little respite from all the craziness going around here. There is going to be no music to this video, but I'm on Spotify under Karina Longworth, all lowercase, and there's no space between the Karina and the Longworth. So I have a bunch of playlists on there. Kind of fun one I just did was it's called Yoga Life. Fun songs on there. And if you don't want music and you just want the silence, that is also really good as well. So it's just nice to have a balance with everything. I am not going to edit this video out. I've already had to do several. Either phone forgot to turn off the disturb sign, or the phone was full. But anyway, so I'm not going to edit, just for time purposes. So don't be throwing any shade my way about if it's off or whatever I say. And I'm just going to do my best. And I'm just trying to throw out some light and love to everybody. And, offer you this. And that's that. All right, so let's begin. Let's go ahead and just begin in a comfortable seated position. And just begin with the eyes closed. Begin to take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And then open the mouth and just release. And do that a couple of times. Find ourselves holding our breath. And we don't even realize it until we bring our attention to our breath. When we're anxious, we hold our breath. And when we hold our breath, we begin to wonder why our neck is tight and our shoulders are tight, why our jaw's tight. Just breathe all that away. And then when you feel ready, begin to smooth the breath out. So let's inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And then just right here, just within these couple of minutes of doing that, exhaling everything out, and then finding this small, smooth breath, long, smooth breath, slow time, it allows our body to calm down. It allows our mind to come back to normal instead of running all over the place. It's easy to get caught up in the panic that is going on right now, but that's not going to help you. It's not going to help your family. It's not going to help those around you. So come to a place, a centered place of love. And just feel that anxiety wash off your shoulders. It's nice to move through the body and to allow the mind to settle down. All that water all churned up and the mud gets all kicked up. And when you bring it down, the mud settles down. So let's begin to move through the body. Take a nice deep inhale, circle, sweep arms out and up. And then turn the fingertips away, move the arms out to the side, exhale. I'll do that a few more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, let go. And then visualize feeling your energy already being lifted with the breath, and just with this little bit of movement, and then exhale, clearing away what is not going to serve you. 2 more times. And on that third one, let the arms reach up, palms face one another. On an exhale, rotate open to your right side. You can let one hand come down to the knee, the other hand back behind you. Gently begin to roll the right shoulder back. Inhale, let the arms lift up, let the torso come back center. Exhale, open up to your left side. Use the hands into the knee, the hand back behind you, shoulders roll back. And then inhale, let the arms lift up. Reach up through the fingertips, but allow the shoulders to roll away from the ears. And then exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest up to the sky. Lift up through the frontal hip bones, up to the belly, out of the lower back. Good. Inhale, lift up. Let the palms come together, let the hands come to the heart center. And take a moment here. Since we breathe a little bit and body's a little bit calm, our mind's a little bit calmer, set an intention for your time on the mat. And it could be simply a dedication to yourself, a dedication to someone else, a dedication to all those out there suffering right now. Send them love. Send them healing vibes. Doing that will raise your vibration. And then gently release. And come into a tabletop. Allow the wrists to be beneath the shoulders, knees below the hips. Starfish your hands, you have plenty of space. Inhale, come through a cow pose, shoulders back, heart opens, tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back, come into cat. And then do that a few more times. And just feel how that inhale breath opens up. That exhale breath, get to push the earth away, breathe a little bit deeper through the belly. And then come back through center and come into a child's pose. Toes can come together, knees open up wide, and sink the hips back. Allow the arms to reach forward, the palms down. Breathe a little deeper into the upper back. You can have some movement through the hips, through the hip flexors. Any movement that feels good. Walk the arms over to the right side. Press down a little bit more through the left hand so you can breathe down through the left side of the body. And then gently let the arms come back center. Walk the arms over to the left side and then breathe a little bit more down the right side of the body. Keep pressing down through that right hand. And then inhale, slide the hands back. Come into a downward facing dog, our first one. Draw the knees back, hip socket distance. Curl your toes, lift the knees, pull the belly, and let the hips up and back. Find some movement here. You can pedal through your legs. Heels towards the floor, don't need to touch the floor. And then stilling the movement a little bit, press down through the hamstrings, hips up to where the sky, where the wall and the ceiling meet. And then inhale, float to plank pose. You have an option every time you're in a Q plank, you can come down to the knees for a kneeling plank. Exhale, press the earth away, come into a downward facing dog. And just to build some heat here a few more times. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale. And then exhale. And the next time coming into plank pose, come down to the knees if you're not already. Tops of the feet come to the floor, shoulders over the fingertips. A modified chaturanga, which is our low push-up. Hug the elbows in, the arms into the midline, bend the elbows, lower all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet onto the floor, slide the hands back to the base of the ribs, squeeze the elbows, baby cobra. Hands should be able to lift up off the mat. And then pressing down through the hands, lifting into a kneeling plank. And you can lower the hips down toward the floor, shoulders back, coming into a high cobra. Keep reaching out through the toes, keep your legs activated, kind of squeeze your booty. And then exhale, lift the hips, curl the toes, lift the knees, plank pose, and then downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step the feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, slide the hands onto the shins, coming into half. Think long spine from the hips to the shoulders, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, press down through the feet. Reaching up through the fingertips, heart up to the ceiling, bend the elbows, open up through the chest. Inhale, arms up, exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, open the heart, hips come forward. Inhale, up, exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half. Exhale, step the left foot back and look where it's going. Come back to a runner's, come into a runner's lunge. Back leg nice and straight, reach out through the heel. And then come down to the left knee. Inhale, lift the torso, kneeling crescent. Shoulders reach up. Keep them find a little bit lift up out of the lower back. Exhale, let the hands come back behind you. Interweave the fingers, clasp hands down toward the floor, and allow the chest to reach up to the ceiling. You're kind of bracing down through the legs just so you have a strong foundation. Open your heart to your practice. Inhale, release the arms out. Torso comes back through neutral. So shoulders back and down, frontal hip bones up. On an exhale, swing that right arm down. Open the torso to the right. Reach through the fingertips. Nice rotation through the spine. Exhale, rotate the torso back up center. Lift up through the arms. Gaze can come up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Curl the back toes. Lift the back knee. Reach out through the back heel. Step the right foot back to plank, your plank. Shoulders over the fingertips. A deeper push-up here. So you can come down to the knees or not. You can come down to the knees for low cobra or high cobra. Or flip to the top of the feet. Thighs are lifted upward facing dog. And then exhale, pull the belly in to lift into a downward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float your feet top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, step your right foot back. And find that length and the grounding through the feet and the legs and the breath. And then right knee comes down. Inhale, lift up through the torso. And interlace the hands back behind you. Try to do the opposite. I was very comfortable doing the one way, the same way all the time. But try something else. And then open up through the chest. Lift up out of the lower back. And then inhale, release the arms out. Torso comes neutral. On an exhale, swing the left arm down. Open the torso to the left. So you feel that rotation, really grounding down through the legs, hugging, building some more heat through the body. And then inhale, let the arm lift up. Open up a little bit more. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee. Step the left foot back to your plank. Your low push-up. Filling that upper back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal through your legs. And if you're needing and don't have some blocks to bring the earth up to you, you could use a couple of books. You could use your fists for wrists as well. Just listen to your body. So from downward facing dog, inhale, right leg lifts back behind you. So we're not locking through that left knee. We're engaging the left thigh. Reach out through the right heel. Put a bend into the right knee. Reach that right foot back behind you so you can lengthen down the right side of the body. Extend the leg back behind you, squaring the hips. Reach out forcefully, energetically through that right leg. On an exhale, right knee is going to come to the outside of the right arm as you float to plank. Really use those right obliques. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, pull the belly in, float to plank. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right knee underneath the left arm, gazes in between the thumbs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step the right foot forward, top of the mat, runner's lunge. Reach out through that back leg, lengthen through the spine. You're going to plant your the left hand, open your torso to the right. And open up through the chest, slight bend in the elbows. If it doesn't feel good with the right arm up, you can have the right arm down. You can half bind, take the back of the right hand into the lower back and roll the right shoulder back. And inhale, right hand comes down to the floor. We're going to rise to full crescent, so find the balance. Inhale, lift up. That back foot can come over. If you need to have the balance, the left foot over to the left. Inhale, reach up. So as we add on, and as we challenge ourselves to stay focused, on an exhale, right arm comes down, open the torso to the right. Reach through the fingertips. Keep hugging the muscles in. Right arm comes down back behind the left hamstring. Left arm reaches up. And then rotate open back to the right. Rotate back up through crescent. Open up to warrior two. So that back heel comes down, front heel, back arch alignment. And then look around finding your space. You can move around, kind of surf until you find your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and back. And then make those small little nuances. Shoulders back. Keep a big bend into the right thigh, right knee. Your thighs parallel to the ground. You can half bind through the left arm. Reach it around to the right. And then exhale, come back through warrior two. And your side angle, reach forward. Really lengthen from your right hip to your right armpit. And then right forearm gently onto the thigh. And then open up to the left side. Lengthen through this rib cage. Good. Hold a few breaths. And your attention is on your body and where you are right here, right now. Inhale, lift back up through warrior two. Your vinyasa and meet downward facing dog. So your vinyasa is to roll back to plank. Your low push-up. Inhale, your heart opener. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Put a bend into the left knee. Left foot reaches over to the right. Lengthen down the left side of the body. And then extend the left leg out, squaring the hips. Really energetically reaching through now the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward. And find that runner's lunge, shoulders back and down. Plant through the right hand. So this is where maybe a block comes in handy, or you can have your fingertips onto the floor, or make a fist. Open the torso to the left. Left arm can come back, the left back of the hand. Find your space, what feels good. Exhale, left hand come down. And then we're going to lift into crescent. So inhale, lifting up. Find the balance, because we're balancing. And reach up. Going to sink down and sink back. Lift up, press down, open up. On an exhale, left arm comes down, open the torso to the left. Left arm down behind the right thigh, right arm reaches up. Gaze can come up at the ceiling. Make sure you're not into the neck, release the back. And then revolve back to the left. And then revolve back up to crescent. Open up warrior two. And again here too, circle around. You want to be right into the moment. Good, your back ankle has enough space. You can root down from the pinky toe all the way to the outer edge of the heel. And then you have that last space will open up. Frontal hip bones come up to the belly, the tailbone down. Reverse warrior, left arm reaches up and back. Play around, make sure you find the space into the neck. You don't need any more tension in our lives. Exhale, come back through warrior two. And your side angle, left forearm can come onto the thigh. Make sure we're not dumping, you're lengthening left side. Right arm can reach up. You can turn that right arm up overhead. And just feel that energy down the right hand all the way down to the outer edge of the right foot. And breathe. Inhale, lift back up through warrior two. Meet downward facing dog. And by choice, you can always skip the vinyasas. You can hold a plank, or if you want, you can pump your chaturangas, your push-ups. And then exhale, down dog. Take a moment, pedal through your legs. And we're going to add on. So from downward facing dog, inhale, right leg lifts up. On an exhale, right knee to the outside of the right arm as you float to plank. Really draw that knee up toward the shoulder. Draw the knee into the chest. Really pull the belly in to make this happen. Right knee comes underneath the left arm. Right obliques engaged. Check in with that left leg engaged. Draw the thigh back center. Step the foot forward. Inhale, rise, crescent. Shoulders back and down. Good, rotate the torso open to the right. Good, right arm comes down, left arm up, exalted warrior. Open up to the right. Rotate back up center. Open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Side angle. Second time around here, maybe we can add on. You can bring the right fingertips onto the inside of the right arm. Press your knee in. Or fingertips to the floor to a block. Open that torso, reach up. Arm can come up overhead. Just find that space. You're not stuck. Don't get stuck. Inhale, lift back up through warrior two. Inhale, pivot that back foot back to crescent. Shoulders back and down. You're going to shift the weight to the right foot, and we're going to lift one-legged mountain pose. Left knee is going to lift up. So finding that balance at the same time, you're finding your length. Cross right above the left ankle over the right thigh. Hands can come heart center. You're going to sink back into chair. Stay where you are, not chair. You're flying pigeon. Keep reaching that leg. Hips back. Good. The balance, opening up that left hip. Keep a flex into the left foot. And you can stay here, or the fingertips can come to the floor. And you can press your shin into the triceps. If you want to add an arm balance, move the hands up further towards the top of your mat. You're going to bend your elbows like chaturanga arms. You're going to tuck your left toes around your right arm. And you really pull that belly in, and you can float and lift that right leg up. Right foot up sometimes, and then hug in. You can hang out there, or fingertips back. Inhale, if you're down onto the ground, lift into that standing flying pigeon. Arms are going to reach up. One-legged mountain pose. Exhale, left foot kicks back, warrior three. And here you have options. Hands can stay heart center. You can reach the arms forward. For any more balance, fingertips can come to the floor to a block. Be really strong through your standing leg and that left leg floating back. Left foot's going to come to the top of the mat. Forward fold and release. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, lift up, shoulders back. Exhale, sink back into a chair pose. On an exhale, we'll open the right arm out to the right side, rotate the torso. Inhale, come center. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, and hold. Final hip bone, you're not dumping into that lower back, and find your chair. Reach up through the arms. Pull the belly in. Your lightning pose. Strong, fierce, directed. Good here for 3, 2, and 1. And fold and release. Inhale, half. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back through your vinyasa, meet downward facing dog. And inhale, left leg lifts up. On an exhale, left knee to the outside, the left arm. Really pull that knee in. Good. Draw it to the center. Pull in. Left knee under the right arm. A lot of core, a lot of torso. Come back center, left foot forward. Reaching forward, runner's lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. So we're going to find that balance. Let that body heat up, reach up. On an exhale, left arm comes down, open to the left. Reach out through the fingertips. Left arm down, right arm up. Open back up to the left. Rotate back up center. Open up warrior two. Nice. Inhale, reverse warrior. Play around, find that energy through the body. Exhale, warrior two. Side angle, left forearm can come on, roll the right shoulder back. Build it carefully. Maybe we take it down to the ground. Press the arm into the knee into the arm. Top arm can come up overhead, roll the torso open, chest open. Inhale, back up through warrior two. You're gonna pivot back to crescent. Back foot, shoulders back and down. Shift the weight to the left foot, right knee lifts up. And you'll find your balance. You come out of it, it's all right. Come right back in. Reach up. Take right above the right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. Flying pigeon, hands can come heart center. Excuse me, as you sink back, as if you're in that chair pose. Really get that right stretch. Hip through the right hip. Stretch. Keep flexing through the right heel. And again here, you can stay here and keep sinking back a little deeper. Or maybe the fingertips come down to the floor. And you can press into the triceps, more increased sensation on the stretch. Or if you want to fly, arm balance, arms come forward. Really hug the arms in, bend the elbows, tuck your right toes around the left arm. Pull the belly in. And you can float. And your focus, your intention on the mat. And then when you're ready, slowly lift into flying pigeon. Back to one-legged mountain pose. Warrior three, kick that right leg. Hinge forward, keep the belly engaged. Reach out through that right leg, hips are level, toes are facing the ground. As if you're shutting a door behind you or window forcefully. Well, you want to break the window, just through the door. Arms can reach forward. Hands heart center, find your variation. Arms can even come back. Be creative. Step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Then we're gonna come back into that chair pose, yeah. Frontal hip bones up, shoulders back. Fierce arms, breathe. Make sure you look down, you can see your toes. Good, you're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, meet back through your vinyasa or not, meet downward facing dog. Anytime you need a sip of water, you need to catch your breath, allow yourself that. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, right knee to the outside of the right arm, pull the belly in. Inhale, pull it into the center. Keep floating. Pull the belly in. Right knee under the left arm. Keep hugging in. I'm just going to move here. Push in, hug in. You're going to straighten out the right leg. You're going to be on the outer edge of the right foot. You're going to roll over to the right, stacking your right shoulder over the right wrist. Lift up through that left arm. You have enough time. If you need to reset, draw that knee in. You can come down to your forearm. Extend that right leg out and lift up. Breathe. Fallen triangle. You're not falling. You can get back up. You're strong here. And then exhale. Left hand comes down. Right leg lifts up. Exhale. Right foot comes forward. Inhale. Rise. Crescent. I gotta struggle with my balance. Inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Swing that right arm down. Open the torso to the right. Exalted warrior. And then open back up to the right side. Rotate back up to crescent. Open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep reaching into your reverse warrior, reaching back through the right, but you're gonna straighten the right leg.
reverse triangle. And that left arm, you can reach it around to the front hip. Nice neutral neck. Good, exhale, come back through warrior two. And then we're gonna come into side angle, right forearm onto the thigh. Slowly build it, stay centered. And then we're gonna come into triangle from here. So if you wanna take that left hand down to the hip, you're gonna bring your right arm onto the outside of the right foot. And you're gonna slowly straighten the right leg. And then from there, maybe the hand lifts up to the shin, or if you have that book or block. And again, like our side angle, lengthen from your right hip to your right armpit. Left arm can lift up. Gaze can be up. Trikonasana, your triangle pose. All the lines of energy happening. Be really light through the right side. The hands aren't gripping. Gaze can be down or up. Inhale, lift back up through warrior two. Good, exhale, hands down to the mat. Meet me, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, left knee to the outside of the left arm, float to plank. You're strong, breathe. Knee into the center of your chest, pull the belly in, hold that plank. Left knee under the right arm. Straighten the left leg underneath that right arm. So you're on the outer edge of the left foot. You're gonna roll over to the left, making sure your left shoulder's over the right wrist. Lift, left is over the left. Inhale, lift up through that right arm. Leave those hips lifted, reach out through the heels. Open up through your chest. Beautiful. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Runner's lunge, rise, crescent. Torso open to the left. Swing, open, reach. Big hug to yourself. Left arm down, right arm up, exalted warrior. And open back up to the left. Revolve back to crescent. Open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay focused. Keep reaching through that left. Straighten that left leg. Reverse triangle. Back arm can come around. Good, back through warrior two. And come into side angle. Keep those long lines of energy. And then we're going to come into triangle here. So the left fingertips can come onto the outside of the left leg. And then you're slowly going to straighten the left leg. And then you're going to open that torso if it fell towards that left thigh. Maybe the hands move up to the shin. Or use a block or your water bottle. Find the space into the neck. Really root down through that back leg. Without locking the knee. Make sure you got some give and use the thigh. Nice. Inhale, lift back up through warrior two. And then meet me, downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna come into a pigeon pose, and you have an option to come onto your back. So, let me just show you this real quick. If you want it on the back, you can cross right above the right ankle, over the left thigh, and then reach back. So we're just really gonna open that right hip. Or coming into pigeon from downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. On an exhale, aim your right knee behind the right wrist, your foot behind the left wrist. So your shin is somewhat parallel to the top of the mat. Slowly come down. Keep a flex into that right foot so we're not compromising that left knee, the right knee. The left knee comes down, top of the left foot. And then I like to kind of lift my left knee and then scooch it back, and then top of the foot, and then you have some space. And your right hip may not be touching the floor, and that's okay. And if you have that book or something, if you want to place it underneath, or a pillow or a sweatshirt, keep your back leg active, meaning you're pushing to the top of the foot, the thighs, and you know, your knee's on the ground, but it's not just collapsing into the ground. And then you can sink forward, hinge forward, long spine. And you can allow the elbows to come out to the side. You could stack your hands, stack your forehead. But this here, just breathe. And here we have a tendency maybe to check out or to actually just not like where we are right here. Modify where you need, but identify, is it in the mind, is it in the body, and then take it from there. And then get your mind and your body on the same page in your breath. You can allow yourself 3 more breaths here. And gently coming out of the pose, allow the wrist to come beneath the shoulders. And you're checking in here, engaged, and the muscles are slightly engaged. Shoulders are back, your wrists are beneath the shoulders, you're not locking the elbows. I'm gonna add a different component here. You're gonna lift up through that back knee, or lift the back foot, back knee presses onto the ground. And you can point through the toes, and you can stay here, or take your right hand and reach around to either the heel or the top of the foot. So you get a really nice stretch through that left thigh. If you want to add a rotation, you can roll the right shoulder back, open up through the chest, and whatever feels good. Good. Push heavy the left foot into the hand. And it activates a little bit more thigh muscle. And then gently release the left foot. Right hand comes to the floor. Place it beneath the shoulder, curl the back toes, lift the back knee, right leg reaches up. 3-legged dog. You can put a bend back into that right knee and opening and just moving, circling through the right hip. And then allow the right leg to come down to the floor. Pedal through your legs, your hips. And then switching sides, either coming to your back or inhale, letting the left leg reach up. Exhale, knee comes into the chest, but you're aiming the left knee behind the left wrist. Your foot's gonna come behind the right wrist, gently coming down. Gently come down to the right knee, top of the right foot. Press through the top of the right foot to lift the knee and kind of bring the hips back a little bit. And then checking out here. And you can stay here, but don't lock out. Or maybe send that heart forward, lengthen through the spine, and come to your forearms. Or elbows out to the side, stacking your hands. And then resting your forehead onto the hands. And just be here a moment. Where's the breath going? Give yourself 3 more breath cycles. Gently coming out of the pose, lift your torso, wrist beneath the shoulders. Don't lock the elbow. I have a tendency to do that. Put a bend into the right knee. You can hang out here, point through the toes. Or you're gonna reach around with the left hand to the left ankle, to the left ankle, or heel, or the top of the foot. But you're not just really pulling on that poor left foot. That left foot Or sorry, it's the right foot now. The right foot pressing into the hand. See, it's just like class. Roll the left shoulder back. Open up through the chest. And then extend the foot down, carefully bring it down. Your left hand comes beneath the shoulders. Make sure you're ready. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, lift the left leg. In the counter pose, you can put a bend into that left knee, circle around through the left hip. And then extend the left leg out, left toes come to the floor, and pedal through your downward facing dog. And then gently come down to the knees. Let's come into a child's pose, toes together, knees open up wide, and sink back. Or if you need a sip of water, grab some water. We're gonna start bringing it down. But there's some ab work first, so don't get excited. Or maybe do get excited. Inhale, lift up through your tabletop. Swing the legs around. Feet onto the floor, knees bent. We're gonna come right into our boat pose. So there's so many options here. So one, release any tension from your neck. Sit through your sit bones. Hands can be on, you can be right here. As you're leaning back, you're engaging abdominals. You wanna add a little bit more, the hands come off the thighs. Maybe the feet come up off the floor. Or maybe you straighten up through the legs. And you wanna hold onto the thighs, pull the belly in, and then maybe let go. Release any tension. Good, and be here on your boat. Let's float away. Breathe here for 5, 3. Good, and then exhale, let the feet come down. I know my people at home are wondering, or in class, if I'm counting right. All right, so let's roll all the way back. So engage the belly, low back. If you want more of that challenge, come back through the boat and then lower down slow. Once you're all the way down, knees come into chest, tag in. And then while those abs are still warm, we're gonna continue. Move the thighs away from the chest. Your shins are parallel to the mat. Hands are gonna come back behind the head. Let your head be heavy into the hands. Elbows out to the side. And then inhale, let the shoulder blades come up off the mat. Exhale, cross your right shoulder over to the left knee, extend the right leg. And then inhale, come back center. Exhale, cross other side. Good, inhale, back center. Exhale, other side. So keep the belly engaged. Keep reaching over. You can modify if you need. Allow the foot to come down to the floor and then lift up. Do not give up. That work really starts when you start feeling it. And then keep going. You don't want to stop. You have 8. 7. Each side is 1. 6. Or I should say 1 set. 5. 4. 3. I know you're missing me. 2. 'Good, last set, or last one. And lower all the way down. Allow the knees to come into the chest, tag in. Coming into a happy baby, let the knees open up wide to your armpits. Feet up to the sky. Hands can come back behind the hamstrings, or maybe they reach up to the feet. And you can interlace your fingers, maybe the index finger, middle finger around the big toe, your thumb on the toenail. You're gonna open up through the legs. Find your space. Just feel good. And it's here, we have a tendency, maybe the mind to wander. Bring it back. Connect that spine to the mat. Still engaging the belly to push it down. And here, if you want, you can rock side to side. If you want to straighten one leg or both, play around. Your body always lets you know what you need. And then releasing, you're going to draw knees into the chest, hug in. Feet to the floor, knees bent. Arms are alongside the body, shoulders are rolled back. And we're going to press through the feet. We're going to come into a bridge pose. So press down through the feet, lift the hips, aim your tailbone behind the knees, and allow the hips to lift up, tailbone to lengthen behind the knees. And you can press your hands into the mat to get a little bit more lift, but allow the shoulder blades to roll back. And maybe if you want more lift, feed your shoulder blades in toward one another, and you can interlace the fingers. Reach the clasped hands toward the heels. And feel that inhale, just expand, open up. Gently release through the fingers, release the shoulder blades out of the way, lower down carefully out of the bridge. Knees come into chest, hug in. And then allow the legs to reach up to the sky. And you can wiggle, point through the toes, flex through the heels. If you have that book or the block nearby and you want to place it underneath your sacrum, and then continue to let the legs lift up. Just gives you a little bit more lift. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, engage the belly, lift the hips up over the shoulders, tuck your arms in, hands come to the lower back. Inhale, lift up. Your gaze stays at your toes. You are on the back of the head, not your neck. Do not turn your neck side to side. Reach it up towards the feet. Choose carefully where you want to go. Just allowing the feet to be up. Few more breaths. Nice calming pose. And even too, if you're in the shoulder stand, make sure you're not fighting for it. You're not having to work really hard for it. Let it be natural, let it be lifted. Get 3 more breath cycles. If you're in shoulder stand, slowly begin to come out. Use the abdominals to lower all the way down. Be mindful. If you have a block, remove the block. Carefully come down. And then wherever you are, let the feet come down to the floor. And then extend the legs out. Allow the arms to come up overhead. And then let the arms come down. We're going to come into fish pose. You're going to reach out through the legs. The legs are adjacent to one another, so they're close. You're going to press down through your forearms. And then you're going to press down through the elbows and the forearms so you can lift your chest, lift your head. Chin comes back behind you, so you can come to the top of the head, looking back behind you. You keep hugging the arms in. Keep reaching out through the toes. Breathe through the throat. Expand through the chest. Carefully lift the head, lift your chin, let the head come back down, let the shoulder blades come down. You can gently shake your head side to side. And then put a bend back into the knees, feet to the floor, knees come in, hug in. And you're gonna hug the right leg in, send the left leg long along the mat. And then guide your right leg over to the left for a supine twist. So you're gonna maneuver that left hip underneath the right hip toward the center of the mat. And you have more space for that right leg. And maybe even lift up so the right, you can lift the left shoulder toward the left side, and then the right shoulder blade comes down. You can turn your head over to the right. You can find the position of the arms, whatever feels good. Allow the eyes to be closed. Breathing deep. Two more breath cycles. An inhale and an exhale is one. If you want more time here, take it. If you're ready to come out, let the head come back center, let the feet come to the floor. Press through the feet or the hands to slide the hips underneath you, and knees can come in the chest, hug in. Hug the right leg in, send the left leg, opposite. Left leg in, right leg comes out. And then hug in. And then send the left leg over to the right. Hands are used to the foot. Slide the right hip underneath. And again, that book or block you can place under your foot or knee. You can turn your gaze over the head over towards the left. And again, the arms, whatever feels good. Your mat, your time, your space. Two more breath cycles. Whenever you're ready to come out of that pose, if you need more time, take it. Carefully roll onto the back. Draw the knees into the chest. Whenever you're ready, allow the shoulder blades to lift up off the mat. Really hug yourself. Taking the time to be on the mat and to focus on yourself. This is self-care. And then gently release the legs out. Coming into our Shavasana. You can allow the legs to be out long. The arms can be stretched onto the ground. Maybe they're on your body, one on your chest, one on your belly. Or the palms can be up in a gesture of receiving. If you have something to place over your eyes, it might be nice, a towel, or if you have a eye pillow, which is heavy and maybe scented, and it helps you relax a lot quicker. And just allow yourself just to lay down. I'm also a Reiki master, and so I'm just going to direct some Reiki energy into this film, this video. And it doesn't matter if anytime I'm with you and anytime you're watching this, I am with you and that energy is there. And either you can believe in it or not. You can just relax and just take in my love. It's almost like a prayer when you pray for somebody. And it's just that energy. So just lay down, relax, take a nice deep inhale through the nose, open the mouth, and just release. Give yourself this time.
Hopefully nothing will distract you at least 4 or 5 minutes. I will guide you out of it, but just let go. I am here. Slowly begin to bring the attention back to your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Begin to wiggle through your fingers and your toes. And circle sweep the arms out overhead and reach from the fingertips down the front of the body, out through the toes. Big stretch. Exhale, let it go. Then begin to put a bend into your knees and guide your body to fetal position on the right or left side. Use that side's arm to cradle that side of the head. Allow your eyes to stay closed. Pull your knees in toward your chest. And then whenever you're ready, slowly, carefully bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And as you root down through the sit bones and feel that energy move through the body, take a nice deep inhale, circle, sweep arms out and up. Let the palms come together. Exhale, thumbs to the heart center. Bowing down to the heart center. Finishing the practice the way we began, heart-centered, filled with heart, ending with love. And the light in me honors the light in you. And in good health, from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope to see you again. Like I said, this is going to be a straight shot through, so any mistakes are just going to be indelible. They'll be there. And I will perfect it along the way when I have time and more time to edit. But for the meantime, much love and peace out. Love you.